This book just came out this week. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Tim Boyd.
Thanks, Mike. So, I go to a Restoration Movement Christian church, and we don't have fog. So is this to see the Holy Spirit, or... Because I haven't seen it. Just got back from a cruise with my family. We went on Royal Caribbean. We were there for 5 days. People ask me where I went, and I say we went on a boat. Has nothing to do with the ports. They're all exactly the same. They have bars. And bars. I don't do bars, so we stayed on the boat. Ship, I guess. Anyone here been on a cruise? I'm sure quite a few. I cannot see you, but I'll assume some hands went up. They are floating buffets. My 6-year-old son had over 100 ice cream cones. The entire cruise was the ice cream. Could have saved a fortune taking him to Dairy Queen. Before we went on the ship, I was about 150 pounds. I am now over 240 pounds. Amazingly, I was also 5'7". I have no idea how that worked. Thought of that on the way over. I enjoyed that one. So did you, and the rest of it's fine. I have other things to talk about. Favorite part of the cruise was walking around the pools. And every time I saw a woman over 40 wearing a swimsuit, I would go, good for you. I didn't really do that. I'm still alive. What a great concept. So what do you want to do? Well, it's going to be a really big ship. What are you going to have on the ship? Food. Yes. Where are you going to go? Places you wear swimsuits. My wife got a swimsuit for every day. Every day. I got a swimsuit. That's it. It's that time of year when we want to lose weight. Excuse me. It's that time of year when we feel like we should lose weight. Recently started a diet, and so far I've lost all happiness. Completely gone. So I'm fat and unhappy, and so 2023 is shaping up to be 2022. I'm kidding, I'm happy. No, when you ask people, thin people, how do you lose weight or how do you stay in shape? And every one of them says you diet and exercise. And I always respond, is there like a third thing? I'm not gonna do one or two. I'm gonna stay away from those. My friend said, well, here's something you can do. You can replace some of the bad foods you eat with some of the good foods that you eat. And as we talked a little bit longer, I realized that my definition of good food is his definition of bad food. So he said one of the things that you can do, instead of eating cookies, you can eat hummus. I don't think hummus is all that bad. It's not a cookie, but it's not all that bad. But you can't dip chips into it because that defeats the purpose. So I said, what am I supposed to do? Eat it with a spoon? He said, no, you can dip carrot sticks in it. And I said, I don't think we should be friends anymore. I'm originally from South Dakota. Hold your applause. Every time I do a show and I say I'm from South Dakota, someone comes up to me and says, hey, I know someone from Oklahoma. And they assume we know each other, and we do. There's like 8 of us in that whole chunk right there. No, when we moved down here about 10 years ago, my wife was worried about her hair. She said her hair is going to be all frizzy. I said, I don't have that problem. I use a can of hairspray every morning, and it stays where it's at. But the problem I have that my wife doesn't have is I'm pudgy. So when I got down here, I realized that you don't really wear jackets, except maybe once or twice a year if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to. You wear like polos and t-shirts, and you can't hide your fat. You're just out there. With a jacket, I'm South Dakota slim, but I'm Florida fat. In South Dakota, we have 2 restaurants. 2 restaurants, a Pizza Hut and a Pizza Hut. I'm kidding. We have 2 restaurants. We have a Pizza Hut that still has the red glasses, right? The incredibly, incredibly hot pan pizza. And then we have a Taco John's. Has anyone here ever heard of a Taco John's? Okay, so it's a real thing, thank you. It's up north, and that is the most northern Midwest thing I can ever think of. We all know that it should be called Taco Juan's. We know that. But up north, we're like, I can't say that word. We're going to call it Taco Juan's. Taco John's. You go further north, they call it Taco Jan's. As a Norwegian joke, I'm not sure if that works here in Plant City. Plant City, your town name sounds pretty made up. It's like you're out doing something you're not supposed to be doing, and your wife calls and she says, where are you? And you go, I'm in Plant City. This is the home of the Strawberry Festival? That must be an impressive strawberry. It's singular. It's like one. Like a whole festival for one strawberry. You don't do that down here. You got a ton of stuff to do. In South Dakota, we do have a whole festival for a strawberry. No, recently I've gained some weight, and so I've transitioned clothing sizes. I don't know where Mike was going earlier, but I'm there. I'm transitioned clothing sizes. I went from a large shirt to an extra large shirt. But it's okay, because I went from a large regular fit shirt to an extra large athletic fit shirt. Some of you shop at Old Navy, I see that. Apparently the only thing holding me back from my athleticism was about 20 pounds here. I have what I believe in the medical community they refer to as muffin top. That's where your legs just kind of go up, your top just kind of goes down, and then it just kind of pokes over all the way around. Muffin top. Now, if I could, I'd like to get it changed from muffin top to cupcake. Right? It's pretty much the same thing, but it has frosting. Real world example. My wife says, hey, muffin top. Ouch, right? That's gonna hurt my feelings. My wife says, hey, cupcake. Now there's a chance I'm getting some frosting. And you're wondering, is he actually talking about frosting? And I am. She doesn't let me eat sweets. Yeah, I've got one of those bodies that when I'm standing up, I can almost pass for athletic looking. I said almost. But as soon as I sit down, It's like every fat cell in my body is like, hey, we haven't been together for a while. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. We should get together. All of us? Yes, all of us. Where? His belt. Will there be enough room? No. That's why we'll go over it. There's space in the front, in the back, on the sides. It's wonderful. And I know that the belt was invented after God made us, but men over 40, does it not look that we were made with a belt? Some of you look in the mirror and go, great. The rest of us go, why do I have a mirror? Every mirror in my house should stop here. That's the only part of my body I have to care about. The rest of it's clothed. Mike mentioned the Dollar General. You know, they're building a new one everywhere. Dollar General. What a misleading name. So everything here is $1? No. Is a general here? That one was for me. Dollar General. I shop at the Dollar General whenever I'm looking for hepatitis. They have it. It's in every aisle. My wife hates that joke. She works at the Dollar General. I'm just kidding. She does have hepatitis. So there's another dollar store called Dollar Tree. They're honest-ish. The worst thing to happen to the American economy in the past 5 years is that the Dollar Tree went from $1 to $1.25. And my grocery budget went up exactly 25%. You ever shopped at the Dollar Tree? Really? Has anyone here ever shopped at? I can't see hands. There's too much fog. I feel like I should sing a sea shanty. Never been to Boston. It's beautiful. Seattle? I don't know where fog is. Dollar Tree. You don't shop at the Dollar Tree. You throw at the Dollar Tree. You push a cart down the aisle, and your kids go, hey, Dad, yeah, just put it in the cart. Dad, can I? Yes, fine, put it in the cart. Dad, just put it in the cart. I'd like to check out. $358. Do I now own the Dollar Tree? Do you know that occasionally at the Dollar Tree they have things that are on sale? There's a little bin where stuff is marked off from $1.25 to 75 cents. I cannot imagine a situation in my life where I am at any store looking at any item that I'm interested in. Pick it up and go, $1.25. I'm going to wait for that to go on sale. Dollar Tree, they should change it. They should just make you pay like $20 when you walk in. You just take out whatever you want. They'll make money. Yeah, so when we moved down here, we started to notice that there's a bunch of different places that sell just one thing. In South Dakota, they sell everything. I guess it's the land of Dollar General. But down here, they sell just one thing. You all have shops that sell just cupcakes. That's all they got. I wonder how you stay in business selling just cupcakes. Until I went to one of these stores. And a 6-pack of cupcakes, they wouldn't let me purchase. My credit wasn't high enough. son, do you want a car or a cupcake? Because we're only getting one. You got smoothie places, all they sell is fruit smoothies. That's it. That's all they sell. I decided to go to one of them. I figured it can't be that hard. Some of you have been to these places. I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but I'm pretty sure I can name all the fruit. I pulled up. It was my turn in line because there's a wait to buy a fruit smoothie. I'm in line. It's my turn to order. I look up to the ordering place, and it's a billboard. I don't know where to start. There's words on here I don't recognize. What's a quesadilla? Who's quinoa? I didn't know chocolate was a fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. A little girl came on the little telephone thing and she said, "What would you like, sir?" I said, "Help." I said, "I'd like something with strawberries in it." And she said, "Well, I'm going to get you the Extreme Strawberry Blast." I said, "That sounds great." She said, "Would you like to add anything?" I said, "Like what?" She said, "Do you want to add any protein?" Like chicken? That's where we are as a society. We're a faithful people, although the Holy Spirit is currently not moving. That was a joke. This reminds me of restaurants like 30 years ago. Do you remember the smoking section? It was right here. And there's nothing in between it. But non-smoking was here. And somehow smoke couldn't pass through this magical barrier. Much like COVID. Thank you. See? I do like the plastic things that they have. What's that? I can't hear you. Are you poking your head above the plastic thing? Why do we have it? So we put protein in fruit now. That's what we do. We put protein in fruit. Can you imagine God up in heaven right now with his angels looking down on us? I've put up with a lot of stuff. But this is pretty dumb. Is there one righteous man who doesn't eat protein fruit? I don't know a guy. Nobody heard that horrible joke? All right. God looks at his angels and he said, I made protein for them. I made protein really easy for all of them to have. Most protein, if you call it, it will come to you. I said, no thanks. Just strawberries. She said, okay. Would you like to add any extra strawberries? Now I'm getting mad. You have the audacity to try to sell me something for $8 called the Extreme Strawberry Blast, and you don't have the maximum number of strawberries already in it? Follow-up question, pray tell, how do you plan to get those strawberries in it? Well, I wrote a book. No. But if you don't read well, yes. I used to be a pastor. For 20 years, I was a pastor of a church. And I left that at the end of August, and now I have to tell people I'm a former pastor, and nobody thinks that's good. They all think I did something. I didn't. I took a job at a nonprofit for foster children, but apparently I'm a former pastor. So I wrote this book called Loser. Thank you. My mom titled it. For 20 years as a pastor and as a dad and as a husband, I felt as though I was never living up to my potential, that I wasn't good enough, that God was unhappy with me, and that I was just plain a loser. And one morning, I do the read through the Bible in a year, Old and New Testaments. I don't know what kind of church this is. I go through the whole thing every year. And so one particular morning in October, I opened up the Bible app, and it was Matthew 25, and it was talking about the 1 talent, the 2 talent, and the 5 talent servant. Now those are all, like, it's more money than it is like what we would think of as talents, but blah, 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 doesn't matter. One got 5, one got 2, one got 1. And I've always thought about the 5, and I've always assumed that's me. I got 5. Other people got 2. Losers got 1. And for the first time in my life, I looked at that and I went, I'm a 2-talent servant. I'm not awesome. I'm not going to accomplish something great. And I don't have to, because God only handed me 2 talents, not 5 like that guy. And it was the most freeing moment I've had in my life. And so I wrote this book, and it's really good. And it has been awarded the only book that I've ever written, and it's for sale. You can buy it. And if you feel like a loser, you should buy it. And if I can shame you into it, you loser, buy the book. But I want to end today with a couple cards. I am not a fan of thank you cards. Not a fan. Too much work. Too much hassle. It's like polite ping pong. You did something nice for me, I'm going to say thank you, or you can just be happy that you did something nice for me, and your right hand doesn't have to know your left hand or whatever. Thank you cards. It goes back to when I graduated high school in that small town in South Dakota, and everybody in town gave me $5. And my mom handed me a stack of thank you cards and said, you're going to write a thank you card to everybody that gave you money. And I handed the stack back and said, can I give them their money back? Thank you cards. What is every thank you card since the very invention of paper? What does it say on the front of it? It says, thank you. It's the only thing I wanted to say. Thank you. Tim. So for those people that like thank you cards, I have these for sale. It's a thank you for your thank you card. On the back it says, someone appreciated your thank you card so much that they wanted to say thank you with a card. Now I'll tell you what I could get behind. It's a you're welcome card. These are for sale, and it's already got your mother-in-law's name written on it. You're welcome. On the back it says this person did something nice for you and was worried that you might not have noticed. So, you're welcome. Why don't we go ahead and just fill one out? Dear Karen, I don't know who wrecked that name, but I know like 3 Karens in real life, and they're all awesome. But I'm still going to make fun of it. Dear Karen, on Friday, when everybody else left the cubicle cluster at work, you didn't realize that I was still there. And you farted. I heard it. I smelled it. Karen, I tasted it. I didn't want to, but much like this fog, it was everywhere. And I didn't tell anybody. You're welcome. Thank you very much. My name is Tim Boyd. Slow down, Mike. No one needs to see a heart attack.